Welcome back to Sarita's garden. So I'm just going to show you about our moringa harvest. So where you see those delicate feathery branches with the top cut off right there, this is the moringa. So if you follow it down, there it is down to the base right there, that's the bottom. So I just used our pole pruner tool here to cut from the top. These break really easily in hurricane season, which today is the first day of hurricane season, so I'm gonna need to prune this down more, but I wanted to show you the pods. This is the first year. Can you see those long things hanging? These are the pods. They're green right now. Those are seed pods. The lighting, we're having kind of an overcast, gonna rain day, so it's pretty hard to see the color, but they are green right now. There's a pod, the bottom of it. And so that has seeds inside. I believe you wait until the pod is brown. I'm not exactly sure, but here's the moringa leaves. There's also some flowers right up here. Can you see those white flowers? They're really pretty. So we harvested the top section where I cut that off, several branches, and then I can show you over here the little flowers. We're gonna put in some water and take those inside. This was off the section that I harvested. Aren't those cute? Now the bees really like it and they're there. So I'm gonna wait a little bit until I pick those up. All right, so I'm gonna take you over to where I'm washing the moringa, and we're gonna walk from the south side of the property right now. What I'm going to tell you about moringa is that when we first moved here, I planted it all over, and I didn't know that moringa was a high and dry plant. So several of them died in areas where we get some heavy, like standing water in the summertime. So I learned my lesson, and so if you're new to planting moringa, which by the way is like a superfood. It's sold in powder, I think capsules, tons of nutrients, vitamins, minerals, I think calcium, protein. It's a pretty nutritious plant, and so we feel so lucky and fortunate to be able to grow it. So here are the pieces that I cut off. I haven't washed it yet, but these are the pieces. Let's see. Thought I saw a bee, but maybe not. So I'm gonna wash this off, and then I'm gonna pull apart the branches, and I'll show you where I get next. So thanks to Brad for helping with the video. So if you see the moringa, what I'm gonna do is just pull off the stems, and then I'll have all of these to dry inside in the towel. So I'm going to work on that, and then I'll show you what that looks like after that. So pretty easy. I don't know if you can hear it, but they just kind of snap off. Okay, so here you can see that I've snapped off all of the branches, and I've got these long guys like that, and what I have them right here on a table under a fan. So I'm gonna let them dry just a little bit out here. The thing about the moringa is they don't really need to be washed that much. There's like a moisture wicking kind of material on the leaves. It's not much even gets on the leaves in terms of dirt or anything, but give them a good rinse. Then we'll dry them here on the towel outside, and then we'll take them inside. So here's the moringa. Today's Tuesday. I think we harvested this on Sunday, so it's been sitting here for 2 days. And previously it was out on the lanai table on some towels. I transferred it to a clean towel so that it was dry. And this is what it looks like after about 2 days. You can kind of hear a little bit of that crispiness, but then if I look under here, I can feel some pieces that are like just still have some dampness to it. So it's not quite ready yet, but what I do is, since it was covering the entire table and it's like shrunk in, so I'm gonna spread it out, give it a little more space to dry, and maybe a couple more days. So I failed to get a video when Brad was making the Moringa powder. He did it and I forgot to get the video. So basically he took all of the greenery that you saw on the towel on the table. We put it into the Vitamix blender. We did use the plunger because it was kind of bouncing around and you didn't want it to get too hot at the bottom and therefore wet. So we used the plunger and we just ground it up into a really fine powder, and there's some little stems that end up in there, and so we just try to grind it as much as possible. So there's the powder. You can see just some little sticks in there, and then yeah, we just either put it into a smoothie or spoon it onto our meal for some extra vitamins, minerals, nutrition. This is just harvested right here, air dried, and ground up in the Vitamix. Thanks so much for watching this Moringa series. I hope this helps you and gives you some ideas for harvesting your own Moringa. Thanks for watching Sarita's Garden. See you next time.